There are times in our lives where everything just seems to be going our way. It almost feels like everything that we do just feels right. Everything that we do gives us the results that we want. Chances are, if you find yourself in this situation in your life, all areas of your life are balanced. But there are times in our lives where it just seems like nothing is going our way. It almost feels like life is going against us. No matter what we try, we always hit a brick wall. No matter what we do, we always seem to just find that door that leads us to failure. Those times simply means there are areas in our lives that are not in balance. Areas in our lives that are causing us stress and unhappiness. It's important for us when we find ourselves in this situation for us to just simply take a moment to reflect, to just look around our lives and just explore these areas that are causing us stress and unhappiness. Find out what it is that we can do to improve so we can get the results that we want in our lives. This 30-day challenge is simply about taking this moment just to become aware about what it is that we need to work on, what it is that we need to put a bit more effort in so we can start getting the results that we want in our lives. And to do that, it's about simply asking 3 questions. 3 questions that enable us to become aware of areas that we would need to improve on. These 3 questions are: where am I? Where do I want to go? How will I get there? Where am I? What is your current life looking like? What are the things that are happening in your life right now? I'll share with you in a later video about all the different areas that you can evaluate that may cause an imbalance in your life. But for now, from where you are, where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself a month from now? Where do you see yourself 3 months from now? Where do you see yourself 4 months from now? And with that, how are you going to get there? What is it that you would need to do to get you to a point where you feel you are no longer having the challenges that you are having in your life right now? After evaluating, it's about sitting down and putting a plan together. So I've shared with you a few documents in there for you to put a plan in terms of daily activities that you're going to engage in. I started this journey simply because similarly I found myself in that point where I felt stuck, where I felt I wasn't getting the results that I wanted to get to, where I felt maybe my business was not where I wanted to be, where I felt maybe I'm not doing the things that I want to be doing. And I had to sit back, reflect, look at my life and find out which areas are in balance, which areas are causing me the stress and unhappiness, so I can start implementing a plan. So I've put down a plan which I'll be sharing with you, and you can take a few ideas out of that plan that I am sharing, in terms of what is it that you can implement in your plan. But remember, first steps of this 30-day challenge is becoming aware of what needs to be improved. Second step is about knowing why you need to improve it. How is it going to benefit you? What difference would it make in your life? Because this 30-day challenge is not going to be of any use to you if it doesn't make the difference that makes the difference. The third thing is to have this plan in place. And lastly, is to be able to commit. And remember, commitment that is not public, a commitment that is not shared, is not a strong commitment. A shared commitment is a strong commitment. Because the moment you share your commitment to achieving what you want to achieve publicly, you allow other people to hold you accountable. There are times where, when there's people who are going to hold you accountable, even when you felt like giving up, when you ask your question, what would others say? Gives you that extra push for you to actually go on. But it's important for you to have that drive from inside, because I think as people who are motivated by factors outside of us and factors from inside, but our strongest motivation drive is the one from inside. Why is it important for you to get this? Why is it important for you to improve these areas of your life? And then the journey begins. So this journey of this 30 days is about just exploring at least 5 areas. 5 areas that you're going to work on. Remember, personally, I believe that, if you feel 5 activities that you're going to do daily is too much, you can limit to two. Because I believe that for us to create change in our lives, we need to work on 2 areas. An area of choice and an area of skill. If you can work on these 2 areas, you're definitely going to create change in your life. So what is it that you feel, if you improved from within, would help you get the results that you want? Personally, my personal development, getting myself the courage to start doing the things that I want to do will enable me to improve. That's my area of choice. My area of skill is improving my skills in NLP. I think if I improve my skills in NLP, it's going to benefit me in so many other areas. It's going to enable me to actually start doing international courses. It's going to enable me to actually start feeling that I can build what I'm worth. It's going to enable me to also launch bigger courses, better courses that I feel will be able to give students that I've trained even more value. So I'm constantly improving myself. I believe if you're not improving yourself, if you're not growing yourself, if you're not developing yourself, you're dying. So that's what I'm constantly doing in my life. And that also will enable me to better be able to improve in my abilities as a speaker. I think working on my NLP skills will definitely improve my skills. So those are the 2 areas that I've focused in. But however, I've broken it down into 5 activities or 5 habits that I'm going to focus on specifically, because I believe that we are all where we are simply because of our habits. Where are you in life? What are the results that you are getting in your life? Are you happy with that? So personally, my 5 activities, I've broken them down from exercise. The first one, I'm going to exercise daily. And when I talk of exercise, it could be anything. It could be doing a 5-kilometer jog. For me, I know I've got my activities, which for the past 3 years, I've just thrown out the window. And my excuse has always been, I'm focusing on work, I'm too busy. But I've realized something. Every time I dedicated or made time to actually go and exercise, I found myself becoming more productive. So I think it's something that I want to actually make a habit in my daily life. So it could be playing indoor soccer, it could be going for a jog, it could be just going for a gym, it could simply even just be staying at home and doing some activities or exercises. But for me, it's just whatever activity that I consider to be exercise, physical activity, because I feel that I need to work on my physique for me to actually just be able to be more productive in my life. So that's my first activity. I'm going to exercise a minimum of an hour every single day for the next 30 days. That's my first challenge, my first commitment. What is yours? What's the first area that you feel you would need to improve on? Second area for me is reading. And reading 1 chapter a day. So you can hold me accountable. I'll share with you, but I think in this journey, guys, it's about being honest in your journey, because the moment you start lying about what you've done. For me personally, I'll be taking some videos and certain things, like exercising and gymming or whatever, and those kind of things. I'll post certain things online. I'll share certain tips with you. However, I think the moment you start lying to yourself, you're only destroying yourself. This journey, I think, if you're doing it for anyone else, stop right now. I'm doing this journey personally for myself, and hence I would love for you to do it for you, because I think of anything that you're going to experience in life, you are the one who experiences it the most. You are the one who knows how it feels like. So I think at this moment, it's important for you to simply say, I'm choosing me. I'm choosing to invest in myself. So yes, I'm going to be reading 1 chapter a day. And for me, I feel that if I start reading more consistently, I simply allow what I've read to become ideas that I can implement in my life. One person once said, if I tell you a story, you are able to take that story, interpret it, and make it an even better story. So when you read a book, those ideas that you take in, combined with whatever experiences that you've had in your life, enable you to create another book. So I think the book lies in each and every one of us. The more we read, the more books we create. And that's it. The better we become, the wiser we become. Take some time to start investing in yourself right now. The third thing that I'm going to do daily is, let me see, I have written them down here. And the third thing that I'm going to be doing is to journal daily. Oh yes, that's quite important. So I think quite important in this journey is for you to actually just take some time in terms of journaling. I'll break it down in terms of what it is for you to journal in your journey. So in this journey that you're going to take, I think it's quite important for you to actually write down each day, each evening, what are the things that you've achieved on the day? What are the things that you achieved today that you are proud of? And how did it feel achieving those simple things, those particular things? So what is it that you've achieved that you are proud of? 2, what are the lessons that you've taken out in that day? What is it that you've taken out of today? The things that you didn't do. What is it that you've learned from not doing it? What is it that you could do in the future to ensure that even if you face the same circumstances, you'd still be able to achieve what you want? And lastly, what objectives would you like to achieve tomorrow that if you reflect on, you'll be proud of? I believe these habits are habits that are practiced by the most successful people. I believe there's nobody who's successful who's practiced these things. But I'm not saying that if you don't practice these things, you'll not likely to be successful. However, people who are successful have practiced at least some of these things. Setting your objectives for the next day simply enables us to start living our lives consciously. Some of us are simply alive, simply going through life, behaving and reacting to whatever life throws at us. It's about time we start living our lives intentionally, creating the things in our lives that we want to see, creating the things in our lives that we want to do, be, or have. That's what you're going to write on a daily basis. The things that you've achieved that you're proud of, the lessons that you've taken, and what is it that you could do in the future, and lastly, what is it that you would like to do the following day? What is it that you want to do tomorrow that if you did would make you proud and even lead you to where you want to go? And then the last thing that I've got there is, habit number 4 that I've got there is to do 3 empowering declarations. So 3 empowering declarations. You'll see in the documents that I've provided for you, I've broken it down quite nicely. So I believe that a lot of the time, the declarations that we have, we simply either don't believe that we are worthy of those, or we believe that we can't do it simply because of our limiting beliefs. Remember, a declaration a lot of the time is a statement that we are using to challenge a limiting belief that we have. So I've taken you through 3 steps to challenge our limiting beliefs. The first step is to actually state your limiting belief as I can. So personally mine, which I've set out there, is I can be an international author, speaker, and trainer. And for me personally, that is where I would like to see myself training my courses internationally, having authored a book, and having published this book, and also doing talks internationally. So I can be an international author, speaker, and trainer. And secondly, I would word it in this way: I will be an international author, speaker, and trainer. I can be an international. And the second one is just to make it that more definite. Okay? I will be an international author, speaker, and trainer. And lastly, I am an international author, speaker, and trainer. I am an international author, speaker, and trainer. Those are the 3 steps that I believe will help you in transforming those limiting beliefs that are preventing us from actually taking action on the things that we want to do. Because I believe whatever it is that we say to ourselves is what limits us. It's what determines where we are in life, how we define ourselves, and what we do in our lives. Declarations are simply a different way of declaring into the world and determining what actions we are going to get in life. How do you speak to yourself about your life? Do you speak to yourself about your life in an empowering way, or in a way that keeps you stuck, or in a way that limits you from doing the things that you want to do? So I've invested in this because I think sometimes when I get in there, I tend to start going into the thing of why me? Could things be going wrong? What is it that's going on? And whatever questions we ask ourselves, the mind will give us an answer that supports that belief that we have. So right now, I'm just going to start investing time and committing to creating declarations that will empower me to live my best life. And the last one that I've got here is to study NLP. So each day, I'm going to invest an hour in studying NLP, maybe a master course that I'll invest everything. It might be a book that I might read, it might be a podcast that I might listen to that is relating to something that I believe will help me improve my skills in NLP. Simply that I can just be at a master level internationally where I feel I can contribute. I mean, already I feel I am, but I think there's always room for improvement. There's always so much more that one can improve on. What is it that you could improve on? Guys, this is my 30-day challenge. These are activities I'm going to be engaging in every single day. And remember, at least invest an hour in that. An hour in that particular activity that you have set down. Because remember, if you can commit an hour every single day, you are simply engaging in activities that will determine that your tomorrow is better than today. And I think commitment in this journey, commitment in this challenge that we are setting out will ensure that your tomorrow is better than your today. What are you going to do from today to ensure that your tomorrow is better than your today? Coach Thabiso here, also known as Thabiso Mailula. I hope you found this really empowering, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you as you start engaging with me. I will be posting these videos on different social networks so we can just start engaging and see how we can empower one another. And I'm hoping that holding one another accountable will enable us to all prosper, grow, and live our best lives. Thank you.